Tuning back into my channel. Listen, I want to talk about the hidden gift in rejection, okay? Listen, rejection becomes recognition. I want you to understand this. Let's talk about it. Sometimes being rejected isn't the end. It's the beginning of your greatest breakthrough. If you've ever been overlooked, passed over, told no, listen, when you were ready to shine, the truth is, rejection, often hides a divine gift. Let me say that. So just like Joseph in the Bible, he was sold into slavery, remember, by his own brothers. He was rejected, but the rejection, it positioned him to save nations, right? And so rejection, what it does, it refines you, okay? It stretches your faith, it strengthens your character, and it also prepares you for a destiny bigger than what you could see, okay? So what they dismiss today, remember, God will elevate tomorrow. And so let me say this. I want you to take a moment to reflect on rejection that hurt you, because I want you to ask God to reveal the hidden gift in it. It was a gift in the rejection. Your breakthrough is also closer than you think. So guess what? When you walked away is when you won. Leaving people who undervalue you, it is not failure, but it's victory in disguise. So you have to understand that it's the hidden gift in rejection, right? Sometimes the best move that you can make is to walk away. Okay? Not everyone is meant to be in your life or season. And remember, God often has bigger plans that require space in your life. Okay, so when you walk away from negativity, criticism, lack of support, you create room for favor, you create room for alignment and blessings. So those who couldn't recognize your value are the same ones who remember it when you rise. Okay, so let me say this. You got to identify one relationship or situation that you've been holding on to that drains you. And I pray now and ask God that you will step into freedom today, because why? The power is power in divine timing. So God's timing is always perfect. Your recognition will come when it's meant to. So guess what? If you've ever felt overlooked, like no one sees your talent, your calling, that's often because God is orchestrating your season. Just like Esther, she had to wait for the perfect moment to save her people. Do you hear me? So timing matters, y'all. Patience is not passive. It's preparation too. Patience is preparation. So your purpose is unfolding exactly as it should. Okay, listen. They may not choose you now, but God's plan will make them remember you later. You better remember that. So guess what? I want you to pause today and trust the waiting period, okay? Ask God to show you what He is preparing in your life. So listen to this. Every rejection, it carries a lesson that strengthens your future, right? Every time someone says no, every time that they ignore your value, there's a lesson buried inside. Pain, disappointment, and dismissal, it refines you, okay? Think about David. Think about him, okay? He was overlooked by his own family. Before God placed him on the throne, he was overlooked. The lessons that you're learning in the shadows is preparing you for the spotlight, okay? Rejection, it ain't punishment. Like I said, it's preparation. So I want you to write down 3 lessons that rejection has taught you. Begin to see the value in every closed door, right? So remember this. Also, your energy, it leaves your presence, also it leaves a mark, and your energy, even when they try to ignore it, right? So you don't need everyone's approval to make an impact, because your energy, your confidence, and your identity, I think I said that right, are unforgettable. So people, guess what? I'm going to tell you, they may ignore your words, but they feel your light. And your presence alone, let me tell you, your presence alone speaks louder than their opinions. So guess what? I'm telling you, you got to stand in your authenticity today. Walk boldly. Know knowing your influence, because you got to know your influence is leaving a spiritual imprint on somebody, even if it's just one person, okay? And guess what? The hurt of rejection, it could become the fuel for your rise. Know that, because see, rejection, it oftentimes it feels like defeat, but it's not. It's actually fuel. Every heartbreak, every betrayal, every dismissal, it contains power if you know how to use it, right? So guess what? I want you to take every tear, every no, every disappointment, let it drive your purpose forward. Your pain is the raw material. Do you understand me? For your influence. So what they rejected, God will elevate, okay? So guess what? Some people don't realize your worth until it's undeniable also. People, they will come to regret overlooking you. The key is not revenge, but it is growth. So that's why you got to focus on becoming unstoppable, okay? Not getting them to notice, okay? Because remember, Joseph, his brothers, they regretted selling him. They tried to sell him into slavery. They regretted it, y'all. But listen, he never wasted time wishing them harm. Never did. He never did, but he did. Listen, that's why you gotta leave the crowd behind, okay? He fulfilled his purpose though, and so that's what you gotta do, right? You gotta rise. Your rise will make them remember what they couldn't see. So go ahead and release that resentment today, because you want to channel your energy into your destiny instead of seeking validation. You don't need human validation. I told y'all that, because see, you already marked by God. You will be remembered by all, okay? When God marks you, no one can erase your impact. Nobody. Recognition is not about human approval. I had told y'all that. Recognition, right? Your destiny is divine. So the influence that you carry, it leaves an eternal impression, whether or not people acknowledge it or not, even if they acknowledge it ever, okay? You got to focus on God's approval, because see, everything else is secondary in this life. So those that can't see your value now, they will remember it later. But see, your reward, it comes from God. So you got to spend time today reflecting on your God-given purpose. Let divine recognition be your priority, not human approval, right? And this is how you go from forgotten to unforgettable, okay? You may be forgotten for now, but unforgettable in the making. Being overlooked, it don't mean failure. I told y'all I mean preparation. So every step that you take in faith, every step that you take in growth and persistence, okay, it ensures you that you become unforgettable. So you got to think of those who started in obscurity, okay? They became what? They became legends. Your story is following the same path. The world may forget you temporarily, okay, but God's plan will ensure your influence is eternal, okay? Remember that. You can bank on that. So you got to identify one area where you've been unnoticed, right? And commit to consistent action that makes your impact unavoidable. I'm trying to tell y'all. So recognition is not about their choice either, but it's about stepping fully into your destiny. You don't need anyone to choose you for you to shine. You don't need nobody to choose you to shine. You already shining. Your destiny is divinely assigned. So you got to stand boldly. You have to walk in your purpose, and you got to be the one that can claim your influence. Because listen, all rejections, closed doors, and overlooked opportunities were shaping you for this moment. Do you understand me? They didn't choose you, but you are unforgettable. And God's glory ensures your rise. Do you understand me? So guess what? I want y'all to take a deep breath today. I want you to go ahead and just declare, okay? Declare that I'm recognized by God. God recognizes me. Heaven knows my name. And I'm unstoppable. I am unforgettable. And then I want you to go ahead and step forward into your destiny. Do it with confidence too. Do it with confidence, because why? You're destined for greatness.